How's this for an angle? So the last thing I have to do to kind of finish this breastplate is to add the gem piece. There's a red gem that kind of sits right here. And I knew that was gonna be tricky, so pretty early on I messaged the cosplay legend, Dark Pack Cosplay on Instagram. I said, hey, you're really good at this. How would you suggest I do that? And they said, probably resin. And I said, that sounds like a good idea. And then I thought about it and realized that I don't have the skill or the capability, I guess, to do that. So though it was a very good idea, and I'm sure it would have looked great, and it was good sound advice, I'm not going to do that. And instead, I've cut out two shapes. These are gonna be the gemstones, so I did patterns. I'm gonna try this magic model foam that I got at Walmart, which I wasn't sure how heavy it was gonna be and how hard it would be to stick to that. So I also have the foam clay that I was hoping would be good for little details on the shoulder pauldron, which I haven't really shown all that much because I cut it out of foam, I glued it together, I decided I hated it. Good thing I didn't throw it out. I threw it in my craft cabinet down here, and then I realized later I actually did want it. So it's actually outside on the porch being spray painted, or it's been spray painted, it's just sunbathing at this point. That's what I originally bought this for. I wanted to do details on it and also on the bracers and the greaves, but it didn't end up working the way I wanted it to. Like the consistency was off in a way that I didn't like it. I ended up using it for the trim part, but it does look a little jank on the side. It looks like some bad soldering, but it's fine, we're learning. So I don't know which one's gonna do better. I don't know which one's gonna be heavier, if that's gonna be a problem. So I'm gonna try one of each, paint them red, see if there's a difference there. Then I think, is this what I want? I've got a clear gloss to go over top of it. And it's finally gonna be over 50 degrees, which is what the can says it should be when you spray paint, which I have not been following that rule because this is Wisconsin and it's cold. So, them's the next steps. So it's a few days later. It took a little longer for the clay to dry than I thought, but I've got the two gem pieces for the chest piece. Here's the clay one. I sanded it a bit. I had some really fine grit sandpaper from my dice making days that I used to go over it. And here's the foam one. It's fun to play with. I'll give it that. It's a good time, but wasn't worth all of the bad texture, so we're not using that one. So I think you've seen enough of my painting in fast motion, so I'm just gonna paint this one. I also have, I think I'm finally done buying things for this cosplay, but I bought a sword to be, I don't have the time to or the skill to make like a whole parasite blade, I think is what it's called. But this one's pretty close. The main difference is the pommel. So I measured around it and made a few different, I don't know if I like this one, but I made a few different out of the same clay as this, a few different pommel pieces. I think I'll cut it off like here, or maybe here. I don't know, it depends on which one I go with. I think this one is the best one so far, but well, these aren't done yet. I only did these last night. So once these are dry, stop falling over, please. I'll paint them the same as it'll be fine. The same color as the breast piece places. Glue them on, and then they'll be a little closer, and I'll have something to do with my hands. I found that's something I enjoy at Ren fairs, is having a sword so I can put my hands on my sword. So I'm gonna paint this red. I've got a gloss that I'm gonna put over it. now that it's nice enough that I can be spray painting things outside all the time. It's like a whole 70 degrees out, which is great. So that's what I'm gonna be doing next. So I think I have everything I need for the costume. The only thing left really is the pommel on the sword, which is drying over there. I'll probably paint it later. But I think I have like all like the clothing costume parts. So I'm gonna do my makeup, try it all on, see how it looks. There's about 2 or 3 weeks till MagicCon. So if there are any issues, I've got time to fix it. But also it's just another, I can run through and try and do my makeup again, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I finished the makeup. I put my teeth in, and now we're gonna see how to put the rest. I'm way up here because I don't have a good way to film my whole fit. Don't look at my feet. So I'm going to start putting pieces on, see what order we need to put them on in, because I feel like the gloves are gonna be a big problem. But anyways, I'll just get the base part started and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got all my stuff out, and it appears that I'm missing one of my greaves, and that's a little worrying, but it's fine for now. I'll look for it when I'm done here. So, I mean, that's probably gonna be the easiest piece to put on. Oh, for this we got, can't see, Soaring boots. I love them. They got these cool buckle details on them you can't see. But for these are easy enough to just, oh, I didn't think it's gonna cover up the lacing. It's fine. I'm not too mad about that. Okay, so, way back here so you can see. There's gotta be a better way to film this, but I don't know what it is. I need to figure out what all needs to go on before these go on, because this is gonna be the problem, is these gloves from Wheel of Colors that I put nails on. I think once I put the nails on, I'm gonna be just about useless. But it needs to go on before the arm things. So maybe we'll just try it now and see what happens. Or maybe the wig, we'll do the wig first and then we'll put the sleeves on. Now, next time I probably won't buy the shoulder length gloves, because I with the long sleeve shirt, I don't need them to be shoulder length. But I got this color because it's the same. I use this color for Regal, so I can use these for Regal as well. So we'll put these on. And I don't have any hands. Then this nail might come off. The nails are super glued on, so I hope that means they'll stay pretty well. I also can't use my teeth because I don't want to mess up my lipstick more than it already is. So we'll just see how, oh, yeah, I think I'm losing this one already. It's fine. Good enough. Probably able to get left with the velcro straps, but I'm feeling it on my own, so. There's two. And I don't know if this piece is gonna work today because the Velcro pieces came off and I had to stick them back on, so I might have to hot glue these back on. But this will go like that. But I don't know if I'm gonna And that's most of it. Close up of the. And then we've got. I haven't put it on yet. I bought this little pouch to put my phone and stuff in case it doesn't fit in my pockets. But then we'll have this. I'll need one more, I think, because he has two. But we'll see if I was able to thrift this one. So we'll see if I have to order another one or if I can. My nails. So we got one. There should be two, but I don't have the second one right now. And there we go. You got your Soren. I mean, it's not much, but I mean, this is my first time ever doing something like this, so I mean, I think I did pretty good. I'm still waiting on the pommel piece for the parasite blade to be done, but then we'll have, I might use my Ren Fair belt with the frog on it so I can keep the sword. And here we go. Who is she? She's Soren. Ta-da! And now comes the part where I realize I can't turn my phone off with my... So, can I do this? So it's about 3 days until I leave for Minneapolis. It's Monday. I'm leaving on Thursday because I have a stop along the way. It's 3 days and I bought some fabric and I want to make a cape. So I guess we're doing that. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I don't like the way the sides turned out, so I did some kind of like engravings to match the pauldron on the sides to give a little special detail, and then the back's still ugly, so I'm just gonna try and cover it up. I brought the fabric that you don't need to ask someone to cut because I have anxiety and I didn't want to ask someone to cut, and I also don't know how much I need, so I just bought it prepackaged. So I'm just gonna like Google easy cape. I also don't have a sewing machine. I can hand sew things, but I'm pretty trash at it. So we'll see how this goes. So I cut out a pattern out of that fabric. There's some scraps left there. A cape pattern, like a superhero cape pattern, because I liked how it had like these pieces that could wrap around the neck. I ended up getting rid of those and kind of hot gluing them down into these kind of hard corners that I'm going to put, where to go? I'm gonna put Velcro on, and then I'll be able to stick it right onto the backs of my shoulders. So ideally you can't see it too much over the top from the front, but it'll hide the back. So I'll add those on and we'll give it a try. Throughout this entire project, the real homie has been my glitter hot glue. I think 90% of my project is held together by glitter hot glue. All right, so here's the cape over the, I've got the chest piece on. Over the armor, it hides the jank back. It's a little jank itself, but I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it, so now I guess all there's left to do is pack everything up and wear it in Minneapolis.